not been going well.
Explain yourself.
Well,
What?
I wouldn't say. I'd say it's been neutral. I think I've done enough.
Let's give it to the peanut gallery.
And we are rolling.
There we go. Okie dokie, artichoke.
Alright, so for the first episode, I think we should introduce ourselves so they can recognize our voices if they're listening to the audio. So, I'm Patrick from Rhode Island. We're gonna give a rundown of our views on life, just so they know. This is gonna sound stupid. I probably should have ran it by you before. Yeah. No, just because then we know everyone's point of view for everything, all the political stuff. So from Rhode Island, big Yang guy. I'm an atheist. Moving on to Sam.
I'm Sam, from California. I really like football. Kind of religious, like Catholic. Yeah.
I'm Luke. I like to surf, bike, fish, snowboard, hammock, read, play guitar, and that's about it.
I'm Joey. I am from Seattle, raised Jewish, but my philosophy to life is don't know what's going on up there, so I'm just going to live for me. And I like to get into sports. I like to hang out with my buds. I like to play basketball and football from time to time. So, yeah.
Cool. Listeners, my name is Evan Butler. Or should I? I shouldn't have said my last name.
Too late.
That's how they get you. Let's see. I'm from Seattle, Washington, as well. I'm big on film, huge film buff. I row, done baseball in the past, and into politics as well.
Nice. Do you have a timer going? Anyone?
It's 7:18 now.
Yeah.
Okay, dope. So yeah, we're gonna try to keep this under an hour. So that's the most formal we're ever gonna be. It's never gonna be like that ever again.
No.
So,
Yeah. The Husky experience is all about banter and just kind of letting things go where they
for
go.
sure.
Just hanging dong generally, just
You know that was having your dick out, right?
Jesus.
That's what this podcast is all about.
Oh, alright. Well,
Yeah.
no, I'm kidding.
All right. So first on the agenda,
Quote
if you
unquote.
will, quote unquote agenda is just current event stuff. So if you want to talk about that for a bit,
Current event?
current events.
As in in the world of sports or
No, I think it's just general.
news?
General news.
I do not stay up to date on news whatsoever.
All right. Well,
I heard
You got
Ebola
the-
got cured.
Is that real?
I didn't hear that, but all
I heard
right.
that was over like 2 years
That
ago.
was over 2 years ago.
Wait, it was cured?
It was the outbreak was stopped.
I think
Yeah, but
that's,
that's
I think
not
that's
cured,
different
man.
than cure.
Yeah, okay. I heard the Ebola outbreak was stopped.
Well, hey, in the news of Andrew Yang, he pulled 7% in Kamala Harris's home state of California, beating
Oh.
her by a whopping 1%. So,
we don't
Yang
have to
train,
talk
baby. So yeah,
about- Yang train?
Yang train, Yang
It
gang.
almost rhymes, but it doesn't. That's frustrating.
Yeah, I know.
Yang train.
I made it up on the spot.
No, but you could say train. It's like a slant. You could pass that off in a rap.
With your gang.
Yeah.
For
It's
sure.
all the same.
Is that also a rhyme?
I don't know.
All right.
Slang.
Let's not be too
slang.
plain.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Get out of here, bro.
So let's get into it. Sam, you bought a $1.10 pair of Nike Elites today. What do you
I
have to say
did.
about that?
I think it's probably one of the biggest steals of all time. Our art class went to the surplus store because that's our art classes. I would recommend it, Art 131. It's probably the most interesting art class you could take, mostly because the art is it's interesting. Go for Professor Swain, he's the best. But the last 30 minutes, we just chilled outside the surplus store and waited for it to open at 12. We went in. They had a lot of cool stuff like jerseys, shirts, like all for Washington. They also had like supplies like folders, binders, that sort of school supply stuff, computers. But I found these nifty socks.
Yeah.
Nice.
Purple Elites. I looked up online afterwards. They go for like $18. So if you do the
Yeah.
math, I saved like a ton.
Can I just say that, like, I'm actually pretty pissed off about this purchase because I don't know if any of you guys know. I think I've shown you, but my foot is all kinds of fucked up right now from playing basketball and not having the right socks for it.
Ooh.
Back of my heel was bleeding through my socks all day.
Oh, it's interesting.
Anyways,
So we have a visitor here for the podcast. Oh.
Hello.
Anyways, fucked up my heel big time. I had to order a bunch of fake elites online today to play basketball in so that I don't break. And then this guy gets the actual thing for $1. And Andy told me that he saw 6 pairs for $10.
Yeah, it was like a 6-pack. No, it might have been more.
I would have been all over that.
They weren't Elites, but they were still like nice socks. I don't know if getting fake socks is this gonna help you with your.
No, my brother. No, I texted my brother. I'm like, what do I go with? My brother like plays basketball all the time. And he's like, here's a link of some fake elites that have worked well for me.
That's cool.
He's got some real ones too, so he's got that for reference. So we'll see.
This has been a really exciting current events topic, I think.
It has been.
Yeah.
I thought it was current in the world of UW. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is
I
a
feel
Husky
like-
experience,
I feel like-
baby.
Yeah, I feel like current events kind of just covers everything.
Yeah.
It's a lot about
UW.
economics. What we're talking about, like.
Yeah, definitely.
Like
it really
it's
plays into like
economics.
the economics that Yang is
Mhm.
pushing. If you couldn't tell, I'm a big Andrew Yang guy. So, yeah,
Really?
it's kind of crazy.
That wasn't the first
What's-
thing you said in the introduction.
I'm Patrick from the Yang guy.
Wait, I got a
Yeah,
question,
yeah.
Patrick.
Hey.
Keep it rolling.
Yeah.
I don't know much about politics. Can you explain to me why I should get into Yang?
Wow.
Should have given
Alright.
more than 10 minutes for this segment.
Yeah, wow. I'm going to keep it short and sweet because I know this isn't why you're listening to the podcast. But so Andrew Yang, I really like him because he's focused on the future. And artificial intelligence and software are taking human jobs. And we need to be prepared for that future. Over 4 million jobs in the past decade have been replaced by AI and software. So what Yang is proposing is a freedom dividend or a universal basic income of $1,000 a month for every American adult, which I think is a great idea. And you're probably wondering, wow, that's a lot of money. Where does that come from? Boy, did he think that through. Ready? A 10 to 15% value added tax on companies like Amazon and Google, who are benefiting the most from the fourth industrial revolution, right? So they're firing human workers in favor for software and AI. So that 10 to 15% and cutting costs elsewhere because we won't need them. We won't need certain programs as much.
Once everyone has.
Once everyone has the $1,000 a month. So yeah, that's where the money comes from, and it's great. You're ending poverty. I don't want to say that ending poverty, but you're aiding in the efforts to end poverty in the most direct way possible, which is literally giving people money. And it's a great incentive for immigrants to go through the whole legal process because only a citizen gets $1,000 a month.
Huh?
So that's his like main thing, but I think that's enough Yang for the beginning of the first podcast.
Yeah.
So
we're gonna be peppering in Yang all over the place.
yeah, for sure. So yeah, that's
All right.
that's-
Q, what's everyone's favorite fruit?
Fruit? Oof. You guys know I'm a big clementine guy. I'm actually
Oh.
disappointed I didn't bring him down, but
Yeah, he
That
was.
would have been a nice snack.
yeah, I'm a big clementine guy.
I gotta go with mangoes.
Bro.
Mangoes.
What?
Took my pick.
Actually,
You can pick mango. Mango's a great fruit. It's the best fruit, like objectively speaking.
Unfortunately, yellow nectarines are the greatest fruit of all time.
I've had neither a mango or a yellow nectarine.
You never had a mango.
Wait, you've never had a
I don't
mango?
think
What
I've
do
ever
they
had
do
a-
in Rhode Island? Oh my god.
Let's pick him up a bit. Alright, is it even in season?
That's how I don't know if it's in
They're
season.
always in season in South America.
My mom probably knows if it's in season.
Is your mom big?
Let's call your mom right now. Have her
Mom's
guest
big-
on the podcast.
big
My
mango
phone's
head?
recording.
Ah,
I know her
damn.
phone number though.
Is your mom a big mango head?
Say
Nah,
that.
she knows that kind of stuff. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Should
I don't know
attend mom.
fruits. She probably knows more about fruit than me.
Okay.
Yo, question. Do you like Finch?
Okay. I love Finch.
Yeah, me too. I like Finch a lot.
Wait, but we never heard his
Yeah,
favorite
we never
fruit.
pursued
Do we hear your favorite fruits?
that.
Yeah, I'm going mango.
Oh, mango?
But his
Yellow
is yellow
nectarine.
nectarine.
I mean, you have to look at it from a utilitarian point of view.
Okay, here we go.
Of course.
Here we go.
So I got two rolling around in my head.
Also, I'm switching mine.
Okay. You got the apple.
So
Okay.
basic.
You got
It keeps the doctor away.
If you have one a day.
the versatility of the apple and the utility of the apple. You got the fiber. You can put it in pies. You can put it in desserts. You can put it in
Your mouth.
applesauce. Oh wait, no, it is the applesauce. But at the same time, you can make juice out of it, and yeah. But then the orange prevents scurvy. It orange juice. So yeah, that is the true
And then
dilemma.
the big
Wait,
OJ guy.
does that mean that that's your favorite? Those are your favorite fruits to eat?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or
that's
well,
like those
were
are the
we
tasties.
specifying eating?
I mean, fair play. You can interpret it how you like. I'm changing mine. You guys ever have those fruits where it's a plum, but it's the kind of plum where it's also mixed with a cherry or something?
No.
I think I know what you're talking about, but I don't know. if
Okay,
I know.
super tasty.
A pluot, a plum, and an apricot?
No.
Plum mixed with a cherry.
Pomegranate.
That's not what that is at all. How could a plum and a cherry make something as big as a pomegranate?
Here we go. Cherry plum.
That's a really unoriginal name.
It's very good.
Yeah. Now,
So
Evan,
sweet.
why do you
Yeah.
prefer an orange over a clementine?
That's
my big question here. I feel like you're slighting the clementine crew. So,
Clementine crew.
The volume of the orange is larger.
It's a lot easier to peel a clementine though.
it is. It's a lot easier, and it's like, what if
that's
you're
true.
like? I feel like sometimes when you eat an orange, you just you waste it. Sometimes when you're eating an orange, you just don't finish the whole thing, and it's like with a
always
clementine,
finish.
you're not.
Me too, but when you're eating an orange, you gotta like either get like a knife or like really get juice all
Really
over your
just
hands.
get all in there.
Mm.
All right, buddy. If you have a clementine, you can like rip it open and you got the segments, so there's not really much mess, and then you just throw it out. I've even eaten the peels before. It's pretty gross.
It is pretty good.
I bite into the peels when I try
Yeah,
to
that's
tear
my
it.
that's
so
my
it tastes-
argument for
they're kinda
the
bitter.
clementine over the orange is just the portion size. Like I carry like three or five of them in my pockets like all the time except for right now.
I will secede to you that argument. Just simply because oranges are pretty messy, actually.
Yeah.
And clementines are actually pretty.
Sometimes you gotta get your hand dirty for the good taste.
That's what she said.
Oh, you guys get it, guys? 'Cause sex, right?
Yeah, it's a thing.
Nice.
That's a thing that we do.
On the podcast.
It's like our thing. It's like you better get used to it 'cause it's like our thing.
We don't have much going on.
Another news, look at my legs.
Oh, that's great for the
That's
for
great
the,
for the
for the
podcast.
audio listeners. Nice content, bro.
And I'm sure the cameras can see them too.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's what's up.
We have really good camera angles. Pretty good. Should I be moving along?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
yeah, yeah.
This is a lull. This is a lull.
Is your background Andrew Yang on your computer?
Dude, I thought that this was just like a small, but you're like full yang. Like this is like your thing.
No, yeah, this is my thing. I
You
bought
know
it
he
up.
has like no chance of winning.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's gonna happen when he drops out?
when he drops out?
I'm gonna just like, I don't know.
When he drops out, you
I don't
drop
know.
out.
I don't know. Yeah, but I don't know. We've talked about Yang too much today. That's a question for another day. So next on the list is fantasy sports and just sports in general. So I mean, we got some big highlights from the past weekend. We got.
Yo, pull
Antonio
up that
Brown.
video of Julio just like wrecking balls on the Eagles.
Okay, yeah, that clutched me my game.
That lost me
Yeah.
my game.
My game's more important.
And Deshaun got injured, so I thought I was like I had it, but also
Oh yeah.
Antonio Brown, what is going? Did you see the video of him farting?
No.
You just showed his face.
Wait, that's the big controversy.
Here we go. Pull that up, Joey. Watch this. Oh, he's gone. He's gone.
Just 50
Game.
yards.
Called
50
game.
yards
He
to the
called
house.
game. He
And
called
we've
game.
been demonetized.
Game.
I don't think it was
Total
allowed.
gazelle.
Yeah, I don't think we're making money this start.
Yeah, no.
You can't be demonetized if you don't have
Yeah.
any monetization.
So yeah, we got AB, Drew Brees, Big Ben. We got Austin Eckler, DK Metcalf is popping off.
Okay, can I just say-
Julio, yeah.
big Seahawks fan. I'm in love with DK Metcalf. He's so cool. I think I might change my profile picture to him and Jadeveon Clowney dapping each other up after week 1. Honestly. First of all, he's so swole, okay? Have you seen how ripped he is? He's so swole, 6'4". He runs a 4.3.
Let's marry him.
Dude, I would consider it. He runs a 4.3, and everyone's just like, he can't run routes. He's running all over everyone. He's off to, when I say historic, I don't mean like he's like the best 2 games of any rookie wide receiver, but I think top 10 in terms of yardage and touchdown or whatever. Okay.
What's his stats? Do you know?
Yeah, 150 yards in 2 games in his first 2 games and a touchdown. That's pretty damn good.
That doesn't feel historic.
No, when I say historic, no, I keep getting stats on my Twitter feed that are like, there have only been 5 receivers who have had 150 receiving yards in their first 2 games, and it'll be like Randy Moss and like guys like that, and it's like, damn, like that's pretty impressive. He's off to a good start. Anyways,
I work the internet, so I can't find it.
Anyways, DK Metcalf is just running down the field, and then Russell Wilson, 1 and 2 weeks into the season, is so trusting in him. He just chucks it down the field, and DK comes down with it. I'm in love. That's my football take of the week.
Yeah, then we got some big injuries. Big Ben, Drew Brees, Sam Darnold. That's not as big of an injury because
Honestly, the only sad
injury's not the right word. He's just out.
Disease.
Oh, no. Disease.
well, no, their backup quarterback. Sorry,
Simeon. Oh, that was a bad
Simeon.
video.
Yeah, I saw that.
bad-
His
That was
ankles are
gruesome. Yeah.
Honestly, the only one worth being sad over is the Drew Brees one. Fuck.
I know.
Fuck Ben Roethlisberger.
Honestly, I could not care less about Big Ben.
Dude, and also everyone forgot that he like totally like sexually assaulted that girl.
Like a kid.
Yeah.
Was that a trip?
Yeah.
Did he actually do that, or was that just like a?
Yeah,
I don't.
I
I
don't spread
just.
any
I literally
misnomers.
don't.
Okay, that's true, but
Yeah. I'd hate to throw him under the bus with so many listeners we have.
Oh yeah, we don't want everyone to.
Yeah.
You know, especially with all the football fans.
But yeah, for Drew Brees, I mean, even as a Pats fan, I respect him. You know, never had any
Drew
beef with
Brees.
the Saints. It's kind of sad.
yeah, he's been what's it called?
Charged.
Ben Roethlisberger has been publicly accused twice. It says here that somebody filed a civil suit against him in 2009. Let me see. The case was settled out of court.
Oh.
Yeah, you know what that means. That means
Yeah.
it happened.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the NFL took no action.
Because he's a
Oh yeah,
quarterback.
NFL.
No, dead ass.
Yeah, McNulty's lawyer offered to drop the suit if Roethlisberger would admit that he had assaulted McNulty, donate $100,000 to a Reno charity for abused women, and write a letter of apology. Roethlisberger's lawyer called the offer bizarre and rejected it, and then it says the case was settled out of court. Jeez. Sketchy stuff.
I'm gonna get a growth ball. I'll be right back.
All right.
Have fun. Be safe.
If you have any times,
Didn't you just eat?
I did. I get hungry really fast.
Wait, what's he doing?
He's getting a Cliff Bar.
Bar.
Oh, okay.
I respect that.
Anyways, how's this gonna... I mean, first of all, fantasy football-wise, I have Michael Thomas on my team. F. Drew Brees has been tossing him the ball like 20 times a game. Where's that gonna go?
I don't know. Teddy Bridgewater's not a bad quarterback. Like, I think he was really good when he was starting for the Vikings. I know his injury was really, really bad, but I feel like if he can get close to what he was,
Yeah, I just hope that he loves Michael Thomas the same way Drew Brees does. That's all.
yeah.
I think he will. It's kind of hard not to. I mean, he's such a good wide receiver, and for a quarterback coming into the thing, this not new to the system, but new to starting, like he probably never expected he was going to start that often. I bet he'll trust Michael Thomas a lot, and he'll fall to him as
Good
a target.
safety blanket, especially because
Exactly.
of how tall he is.
Yeah,
For sure.
And the Ben Roethlisberger one,
that's huge.
I honestly know nothing about their backup. I think he was the Oklahoma State quarterback.
Yeah,
But for
Mason
some
Rudolph.
reason, my gut's telling me he'll be okay.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
I don't think the Steelers will be okay though.
Oh, no, I didn't
No.
think they were going to be okay off the rip, though.
Yeah.
I mean, 0-2 start.
They lost bad to the Patriots.
Yeah,
That was-
and then
yeah, they did.
we beat them by 2 points, but from what I've heard, like, I wasn't able to watch the game because I was out. I was pretty upset about that, but from what I've heard, it was mostly Seahawks shooting themselves in the foot with, like, Chris Carson fumbling and stuff
I
like
think
that.
he fumbled 3 times.
Yeah, so far he's fumbled 3 times. I think he fumbled twice that game.
Gotcha.
And that kind of thing. If that didn't happen, I think that we would have won pretty decidedly. Also, something not on the list, Russell Wilson was going off. Like, he's not normally a dart the ball all over kind of guy,
Yeah.
but he was doing that last game, which I love to see.
Yeah.
I think the Seahawks win their division over the
Really?
Raiders. Yeah.
Why is that?
I just like them a lot. I think their defense is not back to where it was originally, but Clowney helps a lot.
Yeah.
I think Russell Wilson is probably one of the more underrated quarterbacks in the NFL.
Top 5.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And I mean, with DK Metcalf popping off, as you said, I just think they got a good chance to go the distance.
Nothing would make me happier, man. I mean, yeah, I hope that the secondary's been a little bit rough at times. I hope that gets shores up, but they got a great linebacking core. They just added a bunch of depth at D-line, and we haven't even been playing with our like really good defensive tackle, Jaron Reed. We've been without Ezekiel Anza, who's a big-time pass rusher, and we've been without our first-round pick, LJ Collier, rushing the passer. Once those guys get in there, they should be having a field day. I remember when we won the Super Bowl in 2013, one of the big parts of the defense that like nobody talked about that was such a huge deal, they had so much depth at defensive linemen that they would always sub guys in, and they were always so fresh going up against offensive linemen that are playing the whole game. So we just had the upper hand against everyone. It was great.
That does not feel like it was 6 years ago. I mean, you could tell me that was like 3 years ago, and I'd be like, yeah, that sounds about right. 4 years ago, maybe.
That was like one of my happiest moments.
And then 2014 happened.
Shh. I know you're a Patriots fan, but
Patriots got really lucky.
spare us. Come on.
Don't worry, we had to live through it twice.
Okay, but you've had to also live through like
6
how many
wins.
titles? 6?
6.
Yeah, it must be so rough.
It is. It's down here.
But it's still a pretty impressive feat that they were able to go to the Super Bowl back-to-back, let alone be in the position to win twice.
Yeah.
They should have won twice.
Yeah.
Brady just got lucky.
I'm not even that mad that they
Yeah.
threw it. I just don't like who they threw it to and where they threw it.
Yeah, that was.
Like, if you recall that game, Chris Matthews, number 13, was cooking your defensive backs the entire game. And then they're like, okay, let's pass it. Again, I'm not even that mad at that. And then they decided to run a slant to Ricardo Lockett, who's a special teams guy, like, through and through. It's like just such a strange call. And the throw is fine, just Malcolm Butler made a great play on it. I mean, fair play. But I would like to see some fade action, corner of the end zone.
Yeah, that's what I thought they would do. Like, that's a much.
Less risk.
Yeah, him.
Is it less risk? Because if you get a bad throw.
It's less risk because, first of all, with such a tall receiver like Chris Matthews, you could, and a quarterback like Russell Wilson, you could just say, like, put that way up there. If he doesn't catch it, he doesn't catch it. We'll try and take 2 attempts at running it with Lynch or something. But just working towards the middle of the field when it's so concentrated can be a risk at the 2-yard line because ball can get batted around, a lot of traffic. So, yeah, now I'm all sad.
Sam, Chargers. Eckler popping off.
Yeah, he's been good for fantasy, and week 1 he did great. I think he had like 3 touchdowns. And then last week he did pretty well too. He had a touchdown and then a whole bunch of yards. As far as the game itself goes, he had a pretty bad play where they were on the 1-yard line. It was a 1st and goal, and he tried to jump the pile, but he didn't make it across. And when he was coming back down, the ball got knocked out and he fumbled it. And I think that's just a play where you don't need to go over the top. You just need to go, just try to. It's 1st down. You can just try to hammer it through. Exactly. Just go like that. Just smash it through. And from the looks of things, even if he didn't get it, that's fine. It's way less likely to turn the ball over. When you put the ball out in front of you, it's just there's so much risk there.
Dangerous play, I guess. Yeah.
It's a really dangerous play. But, I mean, even without that we had so many opportunities to win. You know, our kicker missed. He's actually our punter, but he kicks for us because our main kicker, the Money Badger, as he's called.
Wait, what's his name?
His name is Michael Badgley, but he goes by the Money Badger because he's the best fucking kicker in the league.
Our punter goes by Michael Big Balls Dixon. Yo, he has so much ball. You want me to pull up a clip? Look at this. Or actually, you go first.
I'll keep. Anyway, he missed 2 kicks, and I think, those alone would have given us an extra 6 points. We lost by 3, so we would have been winning technically. But it also, I think, affected the play on Phillip Rivers threw a pick, 3rd and long. we were fairly far out, I think. I don't remember exactly the play, but we were fairly far out. He tried to force it into the end zone to Keenan Allen, and I think it was Darius Slay just kind of jumped in and picked it off. It was a nice play by the defense, but I just wish we could have had a little more confidence in our kicker, because that's been something that was bad for a few years prior. We just couldn't get the kicking game down. We had a guy named Young Hope who...
Safety. Should I put that? Should I have gotten closer to the mic? I was considering it.
Get out of here.
Yeah, we shot ourselves in the foot. We had some dumb penalties. We should have won that game. Detroit did not deserve it. Detroit sucks.
Yeah, honestly, fuck Detroit.
They
But
tied the Cardinals. I mean, come on.
this is why they call our punter Michael Big Balls Dixon. So you know that play that everyone runs where it's like late in the fourth quarter, you have like a decent lead, and instead of punting it in your own end zone, you just hold on to it and take the safety for field position? So we were doing that. That's the call. 4th and 8 at our own, down by 14. Look, Dixon's in the back there. He just sees the hole. He just takes off. This is not designed. And he grabbed the first down. For those who can't see, Michael Dixon basically just took the ball out of the end zone. Super risky play, and he got it. And it was like,
It was a ballsy play.
yeah, and that's why they call him Michael Big Balls Dixon, the Aussie.
The Aussie.
Well, on my soiree up to get my Z-bar, rather Cliff Bar, I noticed two things. One,
the Mr. A guy that we know.
I mean, I just said his full name anyway.
No, we'll bleep it out. We'll bleep it out. We'll bleep it out.
Yeah, for sure.
Was completely out on the upstairs study lounge. Like, completely
Oh,
out.
I noticed that. I didn't know who it was, but I saw him
Wait, when was that?
when we were up there, like earlier.
Wait,
like
was that
before we came
were
down
talking
here, so a
movies
half
the other
hour
day?
ago maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's been up there for approximately a half hour, confirmed, at least. Just completely out in the study lounge that, like, is right there when the elevator comes up. Two, the frat parties are bumping right now.
Really?
Can you hear him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Serenades.
They were yesterday. Yeah, the serenade thing.
Is that still going on?
Yeah, yesterday it was just wild. It was.
Can you hear it from here?
Well, when I was driving to hockey practice, one of the
Oh.
guys we pick up is from one of the frats, and like we were just driving party after party after party.
Wait, Sam, are you Russian?
No.
I don't think any of us are, right? No.
Evan?
It's gone down to like 10%.
Oh.
I don't know.
Is that because more time has passed, or is it because you're liking it over here?
I'm both, but I'm mainly liking it over here. You know?
Yeah.
Let's go, baby.
Let's go. Let's go.
But yeah, no. Last night it was super loud, and yeah.
Which was pretty inconsiderate. I mean,
Honestly-
your roommate was pissed.
My roommate was he was literally gonna call the cops. He was like, Joey was jokingly like, let's call the cops.
Yeah.
I don't know why I did a southern accent.
Make sure we don't name names.
Yeah, we'll bleep that out as well.
Yeah, we'll bleep that one out.
Did I say?
Yeah. Oh, did you read the agreement? No names.
He didn't even know if he didn't before.
Yeah.
He just did.
We can all bleep it out in post.
I don't think any of us know how to do that.
I know how to do that.
Just put
Alright,
a like a boop sound over it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Just clip
So-
that little sound I made right there.
That's some quality sports content. Anything else?
There's actually one thing. It kind of has to do with sports because Antonio Brown, but it's like in general. What do you guys think about like the sexual assault stuff? And,
Like, do you mean like Me Too stuff, or
not really
specifically
that.
in sports?
No, just like this
Well-
one situation.
There's not that much in
It's
sports.
not
It's too
just
bad
in sports. It's just like in the Brett Kavanaugh thing, with Antonio Brown.
It's kind of a rough situation because on one hand, like, you don't want to create a fucked up culture where like people don't want to like come out and accuse people who have done horrible things. So like you want to like believe everyone, but at the same time, like just like any crime, like if I say, "Hey, Patrick stole $20 from me," like there still has to be a certain amount of proof that's presented, and then we can all agree, like, yeah, he stole $20. So I guess I say I'm cool with like how the NFL is handling things right now, where like, or I don't know exactly how they're handling it, but how I would like it to be handled is be like, okay, we're investigating it. They're also, let's say they're charging him off the field, and then once we get like, what's the word? Like we come to a
verdict?
conclusion, like this happened, then we could be like, okay, Antonio Brown, like get out. We don't want you here anymore. I guess that's where I'm at with it.
Yeah. I feel like more so with like the Brett Kavanaugh stuff, it was like really hard to figure out what actually happened. And I feel like when someone puts themselves out there in front of the entire country, knowing that they're gonna face a lot of online insults and such, it kind of adds a little bit more credibility. So I forget her name, but
Lazy Ford.
Yeah, her.
From Palo Alto.
Yeah. Let's go. That's a name we can name because she's a fan.
Oh yeah. I'm
Yeah.
bad
We're
with
chilling,
that.
we're chilling. Yeah, we
I
can
mean, I
name
feel
her
like
name.
if it's someone like that, it's not.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Oops,
Saying
I
in
said
general.
Antonio Brown.
But yeah, I feel like with hers, like she came out in public. There was that big hearing. It adds credibility to her story. But like once again, innocent until proven guilty. It should really. And when it has happened so far in the past, like I understand why they're coming forward now. Like you don't want someone in power who's done something like that, and like you weren't gonna bring it forth earlier because it's like you kind of just want to forget about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I think it's just a tough situation.
I think the issue is when it takes too much time, because like with the Antonio Brown thing that happened, I think it said when he was in college, so I don't know how long, 8 years ago probably ish, and you just can't remember. Like people won't really remember what happened, some random something 8 years ago, and so the stories kind of just get fudged up, and then Kavanaugh's was like 30 years ago maybe. I don't know. It was in college, and he's probably in his 50s at least.
Which also makes it even more messy because another thing I've heard like psychologically is that for a lot of victims of like this type of trauma, like their brain works really hard to unremember things, and then at different times stuff will come back to them. Like there's a lot to the whole phenomenon of when you're remembering things, when you're forgetting things involved with like victims of this type of trauma.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just a shitty situation.
Yeah.
Like all around.
Ideally, in an ideal world, no one would sexually assault anyone. We'd be all good.
Very, very true.
Definitely an utopian society. That's how.
Hot take.
David Yang.
Andrew Yang.
Yeah.
Andrew Yang.
The one time I get the name wrong. I think I know a David Yang. That's why I said that. I'm sure there is a David Yang out there somewhere.
There would be one
There's
somewhere.
Probably a David Yang.
I feel like Evan
It goes
has a
to
lot to
you,
say
Dylan.
here.
There's probably good chances
Honestly,
of David Yang.
there's probably like a solid 20.
I mean, we could go a while on this. I mean, just looking at the Kavanaugh Blasey Ford situation. I mean, if there was a crime committed, then there should be a trial and testimony. However, the Kavanaugh one is very tricky because the exact time that it came out, in conjunction with his hearings for the Supreme Court, I mean, it was really used as sort of political propaganda against him, and to sort of slander his sort of reputation. Whether, I mean, just disassociating whether he did it or not, versus the sort of political agenda behind it. It's just, I don't know. It's a sticky situation, you know?
It is.
Indeed.
All right, Pat.
Interesting here.
Yeah, what do we got?
We're going to talk about Pulp Fiction for a bit.
Go figure.
A bunch of us just watched that this week, and Evan is a big movie guy, so might as well dive right into it. Should we give a little...
First, spoiler alerts.
We're definitely spoiler
Second
alerts.
thing, I think it would be a good idea to start with the people who are just having first impressions on it. Like, you guys all just recently watched it now. If you guys, because I've heard that there's some confusion behind it, some whatever.
To be fair, I watched half an hour of it in 2 different 15-minute parts, so like I'm more than confused.
How about I give some like technical like background first?
Like a summary.
He's gonna give a
Like
summary.
what it actually is for people who don't even know.
Then
Yeah,
they're
go
gonna
for
give
it.
their
Yeah,
first
I don't even know.
impressions.
So we got all kinds of
All right,
perspectives.
here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do Evan's summary, their first impressions, and then Evan's analysis.
Okay.
Very good.
That's fair.
Let's see. Ladies and gentlemen, Pulp Fiction is the second film by writer-director Quentin Tarantino. Second to Reservoir Dogs, 1992. Pulp Fiction, released in 1994. It's, I would argue, and I would say many film scholars would agree, that it's the best of the Tarantino films. I mean, Tarantino has done some great films. He's done Inglourious Bastards, 2009, Django Unchained, 2012, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, 2019, Reservoir Dogs, 1992. These are great films, but the nuance and the really brilliance in the dialogue of Pulp Fiction is just, you just don't see it every day, ladies and gentlemen. The film nominated for, I believe, 7 Academy Awards, winning 1 for Best Original Screenplay, Quentin Tarantino and James Avery,
Get on that,
I
Joey.
believe. Nominated for Best Picture, Best Supporting Actress Uma Thurman, Best Supporting Actor Samuel Jackson, Best Leading Actor John Travolta. Overall, great film. It's a sort of crime thriller drama that takes place approximately the early 90s in Los Angeles, and it focuses really on 3 main story arcs. That is, one of 2 mob hitmen who encounter some trouble in their everyday job. That's a very broad way to say it. But then a boxer who encounters trouble during a fight. We'll get into detail more. And one of the mob hitmen and the mob boss's wife out at dinner with while something goes wrong with the mob boss's wife's health, as we'll say. But yeah, let's go to first impressions.
Yeah, right after the movie, I finally realized what it was doing in, the final scene. I just, couldn't figure it out the entire time. Mm-hmm. When it just kind of came back full circle when they were back at the diner.
Right.
That's when it kind of clicked. And I guess, still afterwards, I was like, what the hell was that movie? I was just so confused. But after I thought about it for a while, it was good. There was some good humor. I'm all about humor.
Mm-hmm.
Samuel L. Jackson killed it with the foot massage thing. That was
Yeah.
hilarious. But yeah, I thought it was a great movie. Like you said, the dialogue was great. It was complex. It seemed complex yet simple. It was.
Its
everything
true
was-
brilliance appears as simplicity.
Yeah. Exactly. What he said.
Let's copyright that.
Yeah, that's
But yes.
it was a great movie.
Mhm.
I feel like I have to look at more analysis of it to truly appreciate the brilliance before I'd say it's one of my favorite movies. But definitely a great movie.
Yeah, I was kind of in the same boat. I was fairly confused in the beginning of it, and I didn't really understand what was really happening. I'd heard it was a really good movie, and Quentin Tarantino's a great director and stuff like that. And I'd seen Inglourious Bastards, and that's a great movie, and I figured it'd be good because it's the same director. I was pretty much in the same boat as Patrick. I didn't really get it because the story it's choppy, in terms of when different things take place, the chronology of it. The chronology of it is chopped up, and I
Words
realized,
are tough.
especially that word. That's just a tough word. But yeah, like I was saying, when they got back to the diner, and first when they were getting hosed off with blood, the blood was getting hosed off them, and they put the shirts on. I'm like, that's what they were wearing earlier, and I realized that's one of the moments I realized the chronology was being played with. But then also when they went to the diner, and it took maybe 30 seconds, and I'm like, wait, that's the diner from before, and I realized it all connected full circle, kind of like what you realized. Yeah, and I just thought it was really cool, and I was confused after I watched it, and I went back to my room and I watched like a video or two on it, and I slept, and then I looked at it a little more, and I thought about it, and it was a cool movie, and I really do appreciate like the way it was done, and the humor was good, the dialogue was great, pretty much all the actors were really good in their roles. Yeah, I just thought it was a really good movie, and I'd like to see it again just to see kind of
For sure.
what I noticed.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to give any impressions you have?
Not really,
Half
no.
hour? No. All right.
Cool.
I have never seen it. I've only heard my friend, who's also a huge Big Lebowski fan, so it's kind of funny.
Ah, Big
It's like you guys
Lebowski.
have some semi-similar tastes. in
Coen
film.
Brothers film, 1998.
Yeah.
Continue.
He raves about it, but I haven't seen it. All I know is that Samuel L. Jackson and John Travolta are in it. That's it.
Mhm.
But it's supposed to be really good. What? It's a really complex movie, so I was thinking about asking a stupid question, which is
Yeah.
like, what happens? What's like the main thing?
All right, we'll get into major spoilers here. So the film, with its three main storylines, one of them directed around the two hitmen, one directed around the boxer.
Mob boss's wife.
The mob boss is a black guy, played by Vin Rames. Character name Marcellus Wallace.
White wife, interracial marriage. That's what's up.
Yeah.
For sure.
Bruce Willis plays
That's what I
the
remember
boxer.
from the movie.
Yeah. I was just very surprised. I was like, that's cool.
Definitely before its time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I respect that.
Was it before? Okay.
Interracial marriages did not exist before that.
I think they were illegal.
Fun fact, isn't it that
I thought of another joke that probably would have crossed the line, but I held it to myself. I'm pretty happy with myself. That's my big fear. Sorry, continue.
no, you're good. You're good. I think it's actually a true fact that interracial marriage wasn't legal in the state of Alabama until like 2000.
Get on that, Joey.
Can you get
Don't just laugh at that.
Dude, what the fuck? That's like so funny.
It is. There's no way it was 2000, right?
Jesus, where was I? Oh yeah, the storylines.
Yeah,
The
storylines.
storyline too, yeah.
So one centered around the two hitmen, one centered around the boxer, and one centered around.
No.
That's fully real. The set that you just. There's in CNN 1999 article. Alabama considers lifting interracial marriage ban.
That is crazy.
But apparently it wasn't enforced. But still, the fact that they would have
Still.
that. Yeah.
Put one on the board for Evan.
It doesn't surprise me that much that they had a law about that. To be honest.
It surprises me they had a law about it. It surprises me how late it got. Like 2000.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, yeah. Surprised it's not still in place.
I thought it was.
Yeah, three storylines. You just said there.
Well, I'm
You got
guessing
two
they
of
cross
them.
paths.
You
Like,
got
well,
two of
what's
them.
what's the main? Because I'm hearing a lot about a diner. What's going on here?
All right, three storylines: the two hitmen, the boxer, and John Travolta's character and the mob boss's wife. So it's not a linear. It's not presented in a linear fashion. It's chopped up into numerous scenes that are scattered in different places throughout the film. The film starts with the diner, so focused around Pumpkin and Honey Bunny, the two robbers who have a discussion about robbing the cafe, which they ultimately do. So that's the first scene. The second scene is the two hitmen in the car. This is the Royale with cheese scene right before they go into the apartment, where they discuss the foot massage. Next is let's hold on.
I just want to leave some time for real talk. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
For sure.
What?
For real talk.
We can't leave our listeners.
Is real talk Chica's talk?
If you
It's
want
actually-
to,
it's
it's
whatever
whatever's on
you
your
want.
mind.
It's
That's like
real
the
talk.
true
Okay.
unstructured banter.
Then the next scene is John Travolta's character Vincent Vega and Mia Wallace, who's the wife of the mob boss. They're at the the Jackrabbit Diner, the 50 style diner, having dinner, and then they get back to her house and she ODs on cocaine, so he has to rush her to the drug dealer's house.
Wasn't it heroin?
It was cocaine.
It was cocaine.
I thought it was like the heroin, because wasn't it that he was buying heroin from the guy, right?
Oh,
And then
shit, you might be...
Because like he wanted
She
to
thought
it was cocaine.
She thought it was her cocaine because you see
Oh,
her
yeah.
doing the slicing, or not slicing, but she was lining it up and then snorting it when he got to the house.
Right.
And I think that's why she OD'd on it, because it wasn't cocaine.
Heroin's a powder?
It can.
It
come
had
in
multiple
powder.
forms.
You like-
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Alright.
Not that I know that much about this, but usually there's also a line. I only know this because I saw something about it. I didn't pick this up myself, but there was a line when the dealer says, I'm out of balloons. Can I give you a baggie?" And Travolta's character, I think it was like Vincent or
Yeah, Vincent
Vincent.
Vega.
He says, "Yeah, that's fine." And so he puts in his coat, and then she was wearing his coat when they got back
Yeah.
from the diner. So she pulled it out. She's like, "Oh, cool, cocaine." She thought it was, but then it wasn't. It was heroin. And then she
Right.
went off.
Jeez, nice catch, man.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Serious.
I didn't catch it. I saw it somewhere else. But
Watch a YouTube video.
yeah, I watched it. But it's still pretty cool. I thought, like, just the level of detail in
Yeah.
the movie to have that sort of set up and then pay off was neat, especially for something most people wouldn't even think about.
For sure, yeah. That also goes to, I should mention, before the diner scene with the...
No,
Put it on the board for sale.
we're tied.
Let's see. Before the Mia Wallace Vincent Vega scene, there is a scene where Vincent buys the heroin off of the drug dealer, whose house he goes to later to give the adrenaline shot to Mia Wallace, and then Vincent and Mia have an understanding that they won't bring this up to the mob boss because mob boss will definitely kill Vincent Vega. Next is the Gold Watch section of the film, which focuses around the boxer Butch Coolidge, played by Bruce Willis. I should probably keep this plot summary short.
Yeah.
Basically, he's supposed to... Oh shit, I forgot the... Earlier in the film, there's a scene between Butch and the mob boss, Marcellus Wallace. Basically, Marcellus and Butch agree to throw the fight. However, due to Butch's pride, later on he doesn't throw the fight. He ends up winning, and he actually kills the guy. So he has to escape, but basically, the wife, when packing his stuff, she forgot his gold watch, and this gold watch, basically, it's a gold watch passed down from his great-grandfather to his grandfather to his father. So it has importance. So he goes back to get it, where he finds Vincent Vega and in the bathroom, and he kills Vincent Vega. Then he runs into Marcellus. He hits him with his car. Then they stumble in, basically they're fighting, and they stumble into a pawn shop where they get knocked out, and then they get tied up by these guys, and Marcellus Wallace is raped in the ass. He is
That seems so weird.
yeah, he's raped, and then Butch is able to break free and nearly just leaves, but he comes back and saves Marcellus and kills one of the guys, and then Marcellus shoots the other one. But basically, from that experience, they come to an understanding not to have Marcellus not kill Butch, and then Butch leaves with his girlfriend to go to Knoxville. Next section is the Bonnie situation. Basically, the two hitmen, Vincent Vega and Jules, go into this apartment with some guys that were business partners with Marcellus, but quote unquote fucked Marcellus over. And basically, they kill him. They kill two of the guys. One of the guys hiding in the bathroom with a .44 Magnum, and shoots it at the two hitmen. However, he misses. Then they kill the guy. However, they realize that they should have been killed based on where the bullets went through the wall behind them. And so this becomes a discussion of Jules and Vincent the divine intervention discussion, which they discuss in the car until Vincent Vega blows the head off another guy, this black guy that was working with them, or who was he was working with them, and he was in the apartment as well. So now they have a situation where the interior of the car is covered in brain, guts, and blood.
It was accidental, right? He shot him.
Yeah. Shot him in his head accidentally. So now they have to go to Jules' friend's Jimmy's house, played by Quentin Tarantino, in which there's a situation where Jimmy's wife will be home in an hour and a half, where if she finds a dead body, she'll divorce him, and likely everyone there will go to jail. So they call a guy named Mr. Wolf to help deal with the situation quickly and efficiently. And basically they dispose of the body, and after they're done with that ordeal, they go back to the diner, which loops the beginning and the end, where they encounter the two robbers, and basically Pumpkin, aka Ringo, and Jules have a discussion where basically Jules decides not to kill him because he follows the path of the righteous man, Ezekiel 25:17. And basically lets both of them go with his wallet and the wallet of all the other people in the diner. And then they leave, and then eventually Jules and Vincent have to leave too, because they pulled a gun out in the restaurant, and they're not trying to get arrested, and that's how the film ends.
Huh.
So
now you've seen it, Joey.
Okay, I get it now.
Do you?
Do you?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
You don't get it.
Okay, I think I
Trust
get
me.
it better than I did before.
Well,
Anyways,
Time for banter.
Time for banter? Some real talk.
but now I will consider watching it.
Good.
you should. It's a good movie.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
It was worth
Yeah.
it. It's on Netflix
We
too.
encourage our many audience members to do the same.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
two of
all
you.
hundreds of thousands.
All two of
Anyways.
my parents.
Real talk / banter. So,
Oh yeah, no, my parents are gonna see this.
There's no chance.
So does anyone have anything on their minds?
I feel like we need Ruben or Trevor for this.
no. We
No,
can
we're chilling. I got something on my mind.
go for it, man.
I'm not gonna name names.
Yes,
But I've been trying. Luke knows I've been trying a little bit. Yeah,
Shot.
I've been shooting my shot about as well as I play basketball, which is not well.
you hit those occasionally.
Occasionally.
Every once in a while you pull up and it just
Knocks.
nothing but net.
It goes in. That's
Yeah,
what she said.
nothing but net. Yeah. But it's not, it hasn't been going well.
Hasn't.
It has not been going well.
Explain
Why is that?
yourself.
Well,
What?
I wouldn't say. I'd say it's been neutral. I think I've done enough.
Let's give it to the Peanut Gallery, aka us.
Yeah.
What's the sitch? What have you? What have you been? What have your attempts consisted of? What kind of reaction are you getting? Try and help
Pick
him
your
out.
phone up to go on it and then realize you're recording.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think right now I'm just trying to read body language and trying to figure out if a move is a good thing.
She into you?
That's what I'm trying to figure out, and I can't tell.
When do you see her?
Pretty much every day.
is she in your class?
No, she's in our friend group.
Huh?
Yeah,
I'm trying to think.
and I just gotta figure it out.
No. Anyways.
But yeah,
okay.
but I don't know. We're just always chilling.
Do you ever spend any time just the two of you?
No, it doesn't really.
Okay.
It's not an opportunity that arises often.
Well, maybe that.
Or ever. Yeah.
Maybe that would be the first way to go. I mean, you're gonna
Yeah.
have to use your brain a little bit. I don't know. I mean, I've only known you like a week or two,
Yeah.
and I don't know anything about the.
That's not his strong suit. Using his brain.
I don't know anything about the girl you're talking with, but see if you can find a common interest, maybe something that you both enjoy, and then use that.
Yeah, I mean, she seems like a nice person.
Yo.
Get along.
Chica, you wanna watch the Yang debate with me later? Or something?
Oh, there you go. Is she into Yang?
I don't know.
You
Okay,
haven't asked her if
yeah.
she's into Yang?
That feels like something you would do right away.
Yeah, first thing. And it's like,
I feel like I probably have. I ask everyone if they're into Yang right after I tell them all about Yang. So I mean, yeah, I'll definitely get on that. for sure.
Yeah, but don't get too political because
Yeah,
sometimes
yeah.
that drives people away.
Yeah, no, for
Not
sure, for
when
sure.
when not in a podcast.
No, that's a major turn on.
What you're into?
Being in the yang.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, that's just kind of been on my mind. You know, just kind of figure out how to do that. I don't know. Nice person. You know, get along. So, you know.
When you're in a group, who's she facing towards?
That's what I've been trying to read. And sometimes it's me. I'd say there was a couple nights ago when I was getting some good vibes, you know, watching Pulp Fiction, actually. Wait, was it Pulp Fiction? I don't think it was.
Probably Yang.
No. I love that, though. I love Yang a lot.
Really?
Yeah. No, I think we were watching Talladega Nights.
That's a good one.
Talladega Nights is good.
2006.
Yeah, we were watching Talladega
Adam
Nights.
McKay.
And I was getting some good vibes. And then...
What does that mean? Like she's like getting close to you? You're just
No,
like,
I, like...
Bit of
Just... No.
okay, all right.
No, not that. No. But like when like a joke was told, like she would always like turn and like we just like, make eye contact every time we laughed, which I was like, wait, is this a good thing?
Good
Or
old
am I-
eye contact.
Or am I looking too far into it? You know?
Little
They
bit
say
of
eye contact is the gentleman's first base.
Boom, baby, let's go. But you know, I feel like maybe I'm looking too far into it. Maybe.
Yeah, I would like. I asked the body language question just because like that's what like a textbook would tell you.
I would try to figure it out. For sure.
But I wouldn't get too in your head about it.
Yeah.
If anything, I would do what I said earlier and like try and find a way to spend time just the two of you, however that would be possible. And then other than that, just like let things go as they go. What do you guys have to say?
Just send it. Be like, yo, trying to hang out? And if she's like,
That's
yeah, be
definitely
like,
a strategy.
dope.
I mean, yeah, that is a strategy.
That's
I
a
don't-
strategy, but it could also.
Yeah, that could
I
blow up in his
wouldn't
face.
really say there's any friendship that has evolved. In
Yeah, exactly. So
the
you
past
might as well
3
just be like, yo, trying to hang out? Just like, yeah, sure. I'm like, all right, dope. I got a hammock.
I mean, that
Here's
also
my
takes
hammock.
that takes a bit of
I got mine.
kahunas.
Oh, you have your own hammock. Is it a double?
weeks. It can be.
All right.
It takes some balls to do that.
Take your hammock, just like send it out, and just like hop in the hammock and be like, yo, you want to hop in the hammock?
All right,
She's
like,
like,
next episode, I'm gonna describe the results of this.
all right, yeah. If she's like, no, I don't want to hop in the hammock, then you like realize, but she's like, yeah, hell yeah. And then you just get in, and then it's hammocks. How they work is like when two people are in them, you're forced to like squeeze right next to each other because you're like all the way just like
Or
go to the middle.
You could say, "Hey, you want to go boating with me and my friends?" And then we are the friends, and then we fall through with the plans.
Or no, we pull a
That actually could go.
and we just go away super fast and leave them in the dust.
Oh yeah. No, we're really good at like showing up all together with like two people who we like think should be together, and then we just run away
Schmob.
like in the
We
middle.
schmob.
Yeah, we just
Yeah.
haul ass all
Yeah.
that and
That's
get out
actually
of
pretty clutch.
Yeah, we just
It's-
run away.
The ultimate wingman. But yeah, so
Wingman, yeah.
and anyone else want?
I mean, Evan's the real champ here.
I mean, you really just have to feel it. I mean, you just have to talk to this girl. I mean, really, truly. You just have to, like, get some one-on-one FaceTime. As much as I love, like, Snapchat and, like, texting and, like, the messaging, you just have to get one-on-one time.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then from there, just spending enough time, you get a vibe or you don't get a vibe.
And then you can just
Oh, yeah, this is the motion I do.
For those who can't, for those who are only listening on audio, he's diving.
I do a little swan diver. you know.
Yeah, dive into the breaststroke.
Oh, jeez.
you know what I'm saying.
I think that maybe
Yeah, that's enough for me. If anyone has anything.
Anybody else got some shit on their mind?
No chicas for me. Any chicas?
not really.
Chicas?
I can neither confirm nor deny anything.
He had a date.
Yeah, I had a date. I've had several dates since I've been here, but I had a
he's
date.
getting active. Let's fucking go.
I cannot comment on the situation at this current time.
No, I'm not mad at him at that.
When it's like going, when you've already been on a date, you want to be like, oh, I don't know if it's going well or not. You don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Like, that's fair.
Yeah, because if I hype it up too much, and then like it doesn't.
Yeah,
work,
then you just look like a huge asshole.
Also,
Yeah.
if she listens to this, she knows who she is.
Yeah.
If Pat's Chica listens to this,
Perhaps she would
probably
know.
doesn't know who
No,
she is. So
yeah.
it's like it's not that bad.
I'm just trying to think who
That could wait. That's also part of it, right?
What?
I mean, how can you expect somebody else to give you signals that they're into you if you're not giving off any signals of your own?
That's a really good point.
What do you mean?
Well, you
It's
just
all
said
the time.
what?
If you're not giving any signals, people give you signals.
No, but a lot of the time, people don't have the balls to do something if they don't think it's mutual.
It's a fact.
So maybe test the water. When I say that, just mean like do anything that could suggest, oh, like there's some like weird chemistry here, right? And then maybe
Preferably
she
not
can run
weird,
with it.
but yeah.
Okay, I just whatever. Point is, maybe that's something to think about.
Yeah, for sure. Is that a good place to end it?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, thank you
Solid.
anybody.
Boy, we'll
Thank-
update on Patrick's
wait.
situation
Solid.
next
Yeah,
podcast.
we'll update y'all in a bit, and thanks
Yeah,
for
if
tuning
I
in.
had the balls to do anything, definitely update you.
Yeah, big time.
You said
Now
you
I have
would.
to.
You said
Hey,
you would.
and tell your friends about the podcast.
For sure.
Yeah, it's all love. All right.
All right, yeah. Peace out.
Peace
Husky
out.
experience.
Peace.